Now what is that I spot? I'll find you eventually. Here. Hello there. Oh, darn it. Hello there. Cheater here. Hello there. Oh, darn it. Hello. Hello there. Oh, darn it.
Well, hey there. Isn't it fancy catching you here? You know, it's been a while since we've last spoken. How's the job treating you? Things going well? You know, thinking about meeting up with old friends after a while. I met up with my old friend Montgomery Gator. You know, people know him as Monty. Stage rockstar gig. But ever since he picked up that rockstar gig, he never really had time for any of his old friends hanging out. You know, I was okay with this. However, the other day, he called me and asked, "Hey, Monty, I mean Hippo, you wanna catch up and go fishing?" Now, of course, I couldn't say no to that, so I packed my fishing gear, put it on the back of the truck, and I drive over to where he said to meet up, which was this old shack a couple houses over. Now, I don't know why he'd asked me to drive so far. The old shack was stationed right next to this pond, a really big pond. And he'd stated that it was a very, very good pond for fishing. But I didn't listen. So I drive over, I meet him over at the old shack. Creepy old shack it was. Covered in mold, the wood was barely holding together, and there were spider webs everywhere. And I'd ask him, "Hey, Monty, is this your shack?" I assume he didn't hear me, because instead of answering my question, he looked over to me and held up this big burlap sack he was carrying. And he said, "Hey, Hippo, could I get a quick hand chucking this here bag of compost into the pond?" Now, of course, I'm not much of a mechanical man myself, so I had to ask him, "Why would you need to fertilize a pond? Nothing's growing in there." And Monty, he looked over at me, looked away, looked over at me again, looked at the bag, looked at me, and he said, "Well, there's seaweed at the bottom of the pond here, and it's good for the fish." And of course, who am I to question brought up around bodies of water, so I obliged and helped him chuck the bag into the river, but I couldn't help but notice these two lumps on the bag. Kind of reminded me of rabbit ears. So I asked him, "Hey, why is the bag so lumpy?" And he responded, "I got a dead animal or something. Yeah, dead rabbit. A little rabbit got into the bag. It's, you know what happens every once in a while, but carcasses are good for the pond."
Hello there.
Now, again, I'm not going to question my friend's knowledge, so I just wave it off and help him jump into the pond. And, almost